Thought I would have a little fun on this Friday and see exactly what ChatGPT can do for e-learning individuals. So I'm going to go ahead and start a timer up here on my browser, and we're going to see how quickly we can create an e-learning course using several different programs that all use ChatGPT as a backend. So I'm going to go ahead and start my browser here. You can see my timer just started up here in the tab. So the very first thing we're going to do is use ChatGPT to try to figure out what kind of course we should make. So let's ask what kind of e-learning courses are in demand, see what we get. I'm looking for one that we can make a short course on. Well, since we're doing stuff with artificial intelligence, let's start there. All right, so artificial intelligence is transforming many industries, and courses on AI are in high demand. So let's do that. So we've used ChatGPT to identify what we want to do. There's another new tool that I have started playing with called Learned AI. So we're going to take this from ChatGPT here, and we're going to jump into Learned AI. And Learned AI, very cool tool, recently developed using ChatGPT background in conjunction with instructional designers and educational professionals. I'm in the process of trying it out. It's fairly new release, but it allows you to come in and use AI to build content in all of these different types of categories. So for instance, we now have a topic. So let's create a course title. So we're going to put in that short description that we grabbed from GPT, and we want this to be let's do enthusiastic. I like that. Spelled that here. Number of copies is just how many options it's going to give us. So let's generate that. So we have 3 different course titles here already. These are great. I'm going to open the notes real quick. I'm just going to pick one of these. Let's see. I like this one. I'm just going to save that over on another screen into a notes app. All right, so we've got that. We have our title. Now I'm going to come back and generate some additional content. I can come back in, and if I wanted to do something more than like a micro course today, I could definitely dive into having that do my objectives. Right now we can do a content expander. So I'm going to come in and enter a point. Again, same exact piece that we pulled over from our original ChatGPT, only I'm going to change this a little bit. And I want to look at unlock the potential of AI for e-learning. And let's see what that gives us. When it comes to things like ChatGPT right now, I'm hearing a lot of talk in the industry about how people are going to use it. And I like to use it for brainstorming. It's not going to change the content that I really build, and I'm always going to have the final say on content and building that out in my courses. But I do love the idea that it can fast track helping me put together learning objectives, course titles, giving me options. All right, let's see. I kind of like this last one. So let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to throw it over into my notes as well. And the last thing I want to look at here, like I said, there's lots of different activities that we can do, but I wanted to look at this, explain it to a child. I think a lot of times in instructional design, we get so into the subject matter that we forget to break it down into small topics. So when I start looking at creating micro learning, this is a little bit interesting because I'm not 100% sure how it's going to break this down, but I would like to kind of really start to boil it down to micro points, really small points. Let's see what it comes up with here. Oh, I like the language in this a lot better. Yes, I like this a lot. So this really kind of maybe embodies what I would want to do in a course. So let's grab that and then let's hop over into our next one. So 7 Taps is a micro learning quick course creation. And one thing that caught my eye when somebody sent me something to check this out was when you go to create a course, you can use AI to create a course for you. So I kind of know what I want my title to be. I kind of know what I want my course to be about based on what ChatGPT originally generated, what Learned AI helped me break down into different topics. And now if I use this AI assistant and I come in and it wants to know what do I want to make a mini course about, I can come in and grab, let's see here, something like the first line of my boiled down piece. So AI, and change this to how it can be used. Anyway, let's see what it does. So again, this uses a ChatGPT type engine on the back end to help build your course content out. It'll draft out 7 or 8 slides of a course automatically, and then you can go in and again start to make your additions. So within 7 Taps here, I can create different chapters to organize my course. If I want it to be longer than this, I can change the colors and the logos. I can add in any of the components. So I could totally have built this course from scratch. However, I wanted to see what this would do. So we're currently sitting at just under 7 minutes, and we have a draft course here talking about how AI can be used in e-learning, a couple of different pieces that it could do. I would need to make this maybe a little bit more relevant to my intended audience because grading is going to refer to teachers or e-learning professionals, but I can see a little bit of things I would need to tweak here to like more identify my audience clearly and create something that's really going to be useful to them. Let's see, automated tutoring, adaptive learning. These are really great title headings, high level bullet points. Let's see, then it even gets into kind of a quick quiz and like a little referral back, some feedback. And then it looks like I could do a couple of other things in here. So maybe I want to add in an audio component where I can record something. And then I think maybe starting further up here, it would be nice to have kind of a video introduction where we could do a video. Let's see, automatically convert text to video. Let's see what that looks like. We'll use Lifelike. Okay, we'll just stick with the RIM here. Let's see what it'll come up with. So 10 minutes to generate our video. So we'll keep working and see how quickly it'll come up with that. Then we can edit the script. She'll continue to narrate. Again, we're setting it under 10 minutes still with this. If I want to come in and I can again start changing a few things. So I probably would not lead off with grading. I like the idea of AI can be used to expedite. All right. And then here, if we want to add an image, I can bring in an image here. Just add that one. And then I can adjust this. All right. And I typically keep all of my courses themed a particular color so they match my branding, especially if I'm going to use this for any kind of like lead on or a samples chapter of something. All right, let's see, that's still going. This one's not really relevant. One thing that I'm really interested in using ChatGPT more for is coming in and helping people learn how to use some of these tools for more diverse and representative imagery within their course. So while this is finishing, let's see, let's just put that please. So while this is working, let's hop over to Canva. One of the things that I have really enjoyed using recently in Canva, I'm just going to move this over, is some of their new apps like text to image. So for instance, if I want an image that relates to a particular topic, they now give you the ability to come in and tell them exactly what you're looking for and allow them to either work to build it or to source it for you. So if I'm looking for a recent imagery, resources, or something along the lines of diversity, or maybe I'm looking for a specific character. I was building a course earlier and I needed a specific character that represented a specific set of circumstances, and I was able to tell Chat text to image here to find it for me. So this is a new technology, doesn't always work the way I'm looking for, but maybe if I put in, let's just say, a young woman on a computer, let's see, where okay, in that case, I was a little bit more successful. So let's say that this image will work great for me for what I'm trying to do here. And I use Canva a lot of times to really help fit some of the sizing of what I'm looking for. And let's just download that quickly. And then hop back over here and add in that picture. All right. So I'd have to resize my image just a little bit, unless it's going to let me do some editing here. So I could play around with that. And let's check out how our script's going. Okay, looks like it's done. So if we take a look at our script, oh, so we'd have to draft more of our script. So they're going to put her in here, but she's not going to write everything for me quite as much as I was hoping. Let's see. We could probably go back to Learned AI and generate content here and look for something along the lines of scripting or captioning, writing a blurb or a paragraph. And see what it gets us. And then we can drop that into our scripting. So let's say we go with this back over to 7 tabs and edit our script here. There we go. So we can kind of wait while it continues on that. So once that had finished processing, I mean, obviously you could keep tweaking this, but at this point you have something fairly put together, could come in and upload our audio, and pretty quickly we would have something where, let's see here, we could change our preview image, turn something on. We can export this as a link, something we can share, email, embed. Or what's really nice is you also now have the ability to export this as an XAPI. So this is something that I've started doing in a couple of my LMSs for just very short micro-learning teaser courses. And a lot of times these give a very short window to help people just validate that the topic is of interest and relevant to them. and then it leads them into something that's more detailed. So if they're looking for how do I build better presentations, then there's a very short overview course like this, which introduces how they build better courses and then directs them to using graphic design principles or using instructional design methodologies where they're going to dive a little bit deeper. But I will say it usually takes me much longer than 15 minutes to build one of those introductory teaser courses. So the ability with different tools like this that you can really fast track teaser content or even social media content to promote upcoming courses is very, very fascinating. And I think there's a lot of things coming out about AI to keep an eye on the field in general and see where things are going. But it'll be very interesting to see how instructional designers and e-learning developing professionals can really start to use some of this technology to just help with the development process, whether that is training SMEs by providing short, snippets of information on even how to do interact with the tools that they need them to interact with. I can see building a really short course like this on how to use Articulate review. I've had lots of questions on that, and I usually provide like one-pager documentation, but it might be very nice to provide something in this format. And then again, I will use this for sure in teaser courses that lead into more in-depth courses. Can't wait to see what other people think. And if anybody else is using these tools, I would love to hear how you're using them. And if you are starting to stack AI-based tools in order to expedite your workflows.